Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Well, the world is on fire. Again. Or still. I think Fall Out Boy said it best when they said, we're going down in an earlier round. And Sugar, we're going down swinging. So at least we're doing that. We're going down swinging.
There you go.
Wow. What an interesting world we live in. We got amazing things to share on a whole bunch of different fronts. But thank goodness the House passed Speaker Mike Johnson's funding bill.
Boy, that was close.
Another close one.
Well, this is good for how long?
A full
90 days, I believe.
Is
what
it
they
90
said.
days? Because I thought it was 75.
Oh, maybe it's 75.
It extends it until January 19th.
Okay.
Whatever time period that
Sounds
is.
like 75.
So
it's settled. It's good.
That is amazing, though, that they settled it before the last second this time, right? Because they like to drag that out. The Democrats like to hammer Republicans every day. We're trying to shut down the government. They don't want you to have your services.
No, they're all making Thanksgiving and Christmas plans. They don't want to have to worry about that.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. They want to be out of town
Yep. Hit
long
the road.
before midnight Friday. Yep, so they did it. Bipartisan basis, 336 to 95. 209 of the votes came from Democrats. The bill was opposed by 93 Republicans and 2 Democrats.
Wait, so we reached across the aisle?
Did.
Isn't that what got McCarthy out of there?
Reach it across the aisle? Well, I think there were a number of factors. Matt Gaetz doesn't like him.
It was the main factor.
And he didn't fulfill some promises that he made, that where they agreed to, decide with him and get him the speakership. So that pissed some people off.
Okay.
About 5.
Okay.
I think about 5 people. Because most Republicans don't care if you fulfill promises. What do they care?
They don't fulfill
care.
theirs.
No, they don't. They act just like Democrats about 80% of the time, maybe 90. So Tuesday morning outside the White House, a bunch of rabbis were peacefully praying.
I can't tell the difference between this and a pro-Hamas rally. They're so similar.
Yeah, aren't they? Look at all the signs.
Look at them.
Look at all the kill Palestinian signs that they're carrying around.
Ripping down the American flag.
Pushing on the fence. Spray painting.
Spray
paint. Yeah, the spray paint on the fence.
Yeah, surrounding people and threatening them. A short time later, there was a massive pro-Israel crowd.
Oh, this is where they probably did the
looting
and the whatnot.
all hell broke loose here. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at these wild animals.
Wow.
And lead.
Look at the crowd, though. Wow.
Did we ever get a final
They said
count?
290,000.
290,000.
It was almost 300,000.
Wow.
That was a revised estimate. So I don't know what they said. Probably CBS probably said 80,000.
87,000.
And CNN said
87,000.
over 1,000.
Multiple reports
That
say
there were
87,000.
more than 1,000 people there. Yeah, it was close to 300,000 apparently.
Chuck Schumer was speaking there, so it's good to see Democrats, show up at this.
Yep. Isn't Chuck Schumer Jewish? Is he?
Yeah, I believe so,
Yeah,
yes.
I think he is.
Yeah.
The president, of course, didn't bother to stop by. He slipped out of the White House with his spry, youthful shuffle.
Yeah. Left, right.
Well, he's walking through grass. Look how high that grass
Left,
is.
right.
It's
Yeah,
tripping that
that could have
little
tripped him, Jeff.
Yeah.
Good point.
It shows what great shape he's in that he didn't fall.
Left, right, left.
Can he navigate the stairs?
bit. I don't know.
Here we go.
Do we get a salute? Yep.
Oh, wow.
Got the salute.
Nice.
Oh,
No, he stuck all the way up there.
that's almost too high for the old man.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Need to have a little step stool on that bad boy.
Right.
Add another little flip stair there at the bottom.
Yeah, I was concerned about the height of it because it had to be 6-8 inches off the ground. Mm-hmm. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Why? Because he's got the agility of a 20-year-old.
Right.
20-year-olds in the White House can't keep up with him.
It's not always
I've heard
about that 6 to 8 inch step. It's about the pulling yourself up after.
Still, they can't keep up with him. That's why none of his aides were around him. None of the interns were there because they were all left way behind in the White House.
Jill.
They couldn't catch him.
Who's watching him? Who's his
He's too
handler?
fast. He's too quick. He's too agile.
Actually, it's funny you say that because I was wondering, does he know which stairwell to go up into that helicopter? I bet he'll. I could see him asking, like the Marine, like, "Hey, which stairwell do I go up?"
I think you go up the one where the Marine is standing.
Oh, I realize that. I don't think he does.
It would have been funny if he asked, though. Go up this one?
Here it comes.
Well, here's
so
one
you could
here,
go up that one.
but there's a guy.
But no,
over
there's
here.
the dude.
Here's a guy
in the uniform.
Hey, guy.
That is way up there for him, man.
It is. Look out! Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
he did it.
Give it another 6 months. He won't be able to make that step.
I don't think it'll take 6 months. And then he took the short stairs as he boarded Air Force One, headed to California to hang out with Xi Jinping.
Mr. President, the Democrats don't speak of
Right. Oh, there they are. See? To Jeffy's point, there's no Jill.
There's no Jill.
So it's the
no
short
handler. We're taking
stairs.
Short stairs.
Boy, he's kind of being bold. He's not doing grab and pull. He's kind of doing his, like, just running his hand up along it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Huh.
Okay.
They try to make it look as the big stair as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. What did it look like when he landed in San Francisco? What do those stairs look like? Yeah, did we get it? So now he's on the ground.
Still the same short ones.
Hi, everybody.
What do I do?
Yeah, that's the short doors.
What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, wow, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it.
He did it.
Proud of him. He makes me proud American.
Governor Newsom,
See him not
nice.
fall
Nice
down.
to see you.
Yeah. I'm coming for your job, old man. Give it 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll be on the ballot instead of you.
That's what that's his goal. It's absolutely his goal. Here was Xi Jinping arriving on the tall stairs.
Okay. Oh, so he did the big.
He did the big walk, the big boy walk.
Janet Yellen is excited. He's there. Got some more shrooms.
Oh yeah. She's all everything.
Interesting.
Did you bring my shrooms?
Yeah. I left him in the locker.
But before he left town, he didn't have time to attend the peaceful rally for Israel, of course. But he did have time to give a speech about climate change because that's our existential threat that we face.
Yeah, they just released that big report, right?
Oh, so this was his big thing yesterday. It wasn't the pro-Israel rally. It was the let's talk about the climate.
And, of course, it was Biden versus the teleprompter once again.
Think about that. The hottest we've ever recorded in history. It's an impact the decades are making because inaction was inaction for much too long.
Oh my gosh.
Look,
good.
but we're acting now.
Golly.
We have been acting. We've come to the point where it's foolish for anyone to deny the impacts of climate change anymore.
No, we can easily deny the impacts.
Wait, what was that sentence? We're acting now. We have been acting.
Play it again. Seriously, that
he can't do it.
Terrible.
So
He
bad.
can't read. Let's see.
Think about that.
Think about it.
The hottest we've ever recorded
What
in
is?
history.
What? Pause it
It's an
for a second.
impact.
History.
What is?
In
What's the hottest we've
history.
ever recorded in history? And you're going to have highs and lows. There are going to be extremes. There have always been extremes.
Yeah, that new report.
What's the new report?
I got to find the new report. They just released. That's what he's doing, that climate assessment report.
Yeah, but I got good news, though. The first thing they did
Agonizing.
in San Francisco was they got China to agree on like some emissions plan. So
Oh, yeah,
that'll be good.
work.
I'm sure. I'm sure they'll.
All right, go ahead and play the rest.
The decades are making because inaction was inaction for much too long.
What? Oh my god.
Inaction
Look,
much too long.
but we're acting now. We have been acting. We've come to the point where it's foolish for anyone to deny the impacts of climate change anymore.
Okay, that he's not making any sense.
No.
And he's reading it. He's reading it. Still can't make sense of it.
They don't care. I mean, they don't care that he screws up the speeches. It's just move the Marxist policy behind the scenes through.
Yep.
Get the signature from the old man. Call it a day.
Just do what Barack tells you and shut up.
Yeah.
Okay? You're a figurehead anyway. We don't care what you say. We don't care how much you stagger and stumble and bumble around. We don't care.
Right.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment, but it'll be over soon enough. I don't know. It's agonizing every day to watch this guy. It's humiliating. As Americans, this is the world's superpower. This is the greatest country that's ever existed on this planet. And this is the person we elected to lead it?
Yeah, sure it is.
Some would say, is it?
Man.
More than 750 experts worked together to compile the latest national climate assessment.
More than 750
50 experts
Wow.
worked together to compile the latest national climate assessment. It's the fifth installment, was the first to include a dedicated chapter on the economic fallout of climate change.
I've been waiting for that. The economic fallout of climate change chapter. That's the one
the impact
Here it
will
is.
become even more severe without intervention.
Yeah. Well, but we
they fixed that.
We fixed it.
Yeah.
We are intervening.
Yeah,
we have intervened.
They got China to agree to use more renewables, so it's fixed.
Good.
That
Good.
story you're reading is out of date now. They fixed it.
I was reading actually an excerpt from the actual climate assessment, and it talked about even with the harshest cuts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're still not going to do anything.
Then who cares?
So.
Then let's just pollute like it's
then stop cutting. Who cares?
1999.
Whatever.
It's just amazing. That is amazing.
None of it makes any sense. And, just because we have an occasional really high temperature or an occasional really low temperature, it's the worst thing that's ever happened. Yeah. No, this has always gone on. Again, we showed you the chart of the 1930s compared with the rest of the decades around it. Oh, my gosh. And going up to and including today, that 30s spike in heat is massive. Oh, you have that, don't you? Can you turn to
it's in the Gregory Wrightstone book.
Yeah, the Greg Wrightstone book. It's really an impressive chart.
I'm not going to get this lucky again. Yesterday, I just opened it in the right place. But you're right. I mean, because they always like to micro-focus to make the data look like it's...
like it's shocking and catastrophic.
And then you just have to zoom out. It's almost every chart that the government tries to shove down our throats. They do this with everything. And clearly, I should have bookmarked the graph yesterday.
Yeah, we'll find it. Yeah. We'll find it. Anyway, Joe Biden, just not healthy.
Boy,
check this out.
He's going to die on camera one day.
The Chips and Science Act I signed last year. Excuse me.
Okay, there's a mic.
I signed last year.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I signed last year.
He signed it last year. No, you... Yeah. You sound healthier than he did.
Oh, what is happening?
And he coughed right into the microphone.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm going to do it again. Here's the chart, by the way.
Okay, look at that chart on the left. It's incredible.
Right there.
The big spike, 1930s.
1930s. So our spike today is, ooh, looky there.
Oh, wow. Oh, my.
And that is, yeah, that's the heat waves of that we've had over the years. Yeah.
Agonizing. It really is. I mean, we've been down, this is what this planet does. It goes in cycles. There are different cycles of the sun. And this happened. There's different cycles in the ocean. The El Nino and El Nuni and El Pinto and whatever else they have going on.
Wait, what's the El Pinto weather pattern? Talk to me about that.
That's where some kinds of Ford cars just blow up for no apparent reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's weird. That's a weird one, but it happens. What are you going to do? And it comes around, and then it leaves, and then it comes around again.
Are they cars falling from the sky, or what happens?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they just drop from the sky.
Like we need a
and catch on fire.
Climate policy to fix that.
I know.
There's a hole in the sky where the tree once was. Somebody's making money.
Yeah, but I already told you, China's doing renewables and stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay, so everything's
we don't
fine.
have to worry about anything. Do you think that when he's over there in San Francisco, you think they'll even bring up fentanyl or the spy balloon?
They said they were.
Are they really? Oh, good.
The fentanyl was a big part of what they were supposed to talk about, not the spy balloon stuff.
Okay.
And it was also reported that they would talk about how China would be willing to do a lot of this, but they wanted assurances that President Biden wouldn't say anything bad about China or Xi Jinping. That's what was reported.
We're going to talk about
I don't
the
know that
origins
that's
of
actually
COVID.
true.
We're going to talk
know
about
that that's true.
How about the spy stations here in the Western Hemisphere? Are we going to talk about those?
No, we're not.
We've already shut those down. Why are you even bringing those up?
Right.
Yeah. And the big news,
What's that?
he remembered the word that he says describes America.
Oh, finally.
So, yeah, here we go.
Oh, nice.
He got there.
It was a reminder, at least for me, of what I've long believed, that America can be defined by a single word.
Oh, no.
I mean it sincerely.
Hope.
It's
The single that I was asked by Xi Jinping years ago
It's the hope
in the
story.
Tibetan Plateau, could I define America?
On the
I said,
Tibetan
one
Plateau.
word. Possibilities.
there it is.
Possibilities.
We got there.
It's not hope. It's
This
possible.
administration
Possibilities.
It only took 3 years for him to finish that story properly.
Possibilities. I was just standing there on the
I thought it was numbers under pressure.
on the Tibetan Plateau.
Possibilities.
And I said, why are we on the Tibetan Plateau?
How did I get here?
Why am I not wearing any pants? What's going on? But the word is possibilities. Possibilities.
Boy, that was a shortened story. We didn't get the.
No, we didn't get the 17,000 mile
We
thing.
didn't get the.
I feel a little cheated on that.
Almost simultaneous translator. Any of it?
Yeah,
It was,
nothing. No. Shoot. All right. Let me take a minute and tell you about Nugenics. If you're tired of wasting your money on testosterone boosting products that don't work, I don't blame you. That's why our sponsor, Nugenics Total T, lets you try before you buy. Get a complimentary sample when you text 231-231 and enter the keyword unleashed. If you're ready to get back into shape, if you're ready to get energy again and feel like the man you used to be, well, you need the man hormone. It's the source of our fire. But Nugenics Total T boosts free and total testosterone levels to help you feel better at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom. There's nothing like Nugenics Total T and nothing better. Nugenics, it's the #1 doctor-recommended brand, #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Nugenics Total T can help re-energize your life and get you back the powerful, confident, good-looking warrior you used to be. If you're not totally satisfied, Nugenics will refund 100% of your purchase price plus shipping and processing. So get a complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T when you text 231-231. Enter the keyword unleashed. Text that now and get a bottle of Nugenics Thermo X, their newest and most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose fat and get lean fast, absolutely free. 231-231. Enter the keyword unleashed. That's texting 231-231, keyword unleashed. Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. #1 doctor-recommended brand by primary care physicians based on an independent survey conducted by IQVIA 2022.
That gray is unleashed.
Yep. So when Biden's speech wrapped up, he was asked if he would want to send a message of hope to the prisoners being held by Hamas terrorists in Gaza. And that pissed him off, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you address the hostages directly and give them a message of hope and resilience in these troubling times?
Yes, I can. I've been talking with the people involved every single day. I believe it's going to happen, but I don't want to get into detail.
Okay.
There's your message of hope.
Yes, I can! He's fun, isn't he?
So that obviously got under his skin, the fact that anyone dared bring up the hostages in any context.
Yeah.
And that was his gut reaction, regardless of what the question was. The fact that the hostages were a story all of a sudden
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like that.
He was slow walking off that stage too, man. It's amazing watching him leave. I mean, where do I go?
Yes, I can. I've been talking with the people involved every single day.
He was just creeping off stage.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into detail.
Okay. All right.
Don't bug me.
Nice guy.
Thank you, Joe. He's awesome.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Awesome.
I'm not being facetious. He was listening to that question, but the man has to concentrate with every step he takes. And he couldn't listen and not stumble and fall over. He couldn't do them both at the same time. That's exactly what that was.
All he had to do was keep concentrating, walk out the door.
Just keep going, like he always does.
Right.
Yes, I
Let
can.
him yap and scream and yell, whatever. He just walks out.
But he can't help himself a lot of times.
A lot of times he can't.
And he doesn't have a handler there. The handler is some stage person helping him off. It's not one of his real handlers.
Right.
And so he's able to stop and turn around and try to think that he's still, the spry Joe Biden of old. You're not.
No, he's not. Nope. And there was something going on in D.C. yesterday. There was some nastiness happening in that town.
There were some high tensions.
Little argument between James Comer and Representative Jared Moskowitz in a committee hearing after Moskowitz tried to drag Comer's family into the discussion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never loaned my brother money. Don't have an LLC. But you and Goldman, who is Mr. Trust Fund, continue to try to
reclaiming my time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can stop the clock. You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff. Now, listen,
Mr. Chairman,
I'm going to tell you something.
Hold on. If we're not on time, we can
disinformation.
You have gone on TV and said the president did something illegal. You're doing stuff with your brother. The American people have the same questions. Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? There's a different rule for the president. There's a different rule for you. Why should they believe what you're saying,
Can you pause it real quick?
Chairman?
Why? Pause it. Okay, so this entire time, I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking to myself, why did he call him a Smurf? Why did he call him a Smurf? We're about to find out.
He's either really short or blue.
Is he in the Blue Man Group?
Right?
Is he showed up there?
Here's the payoff.
You go on Fox News and say loans and deals are a way to evade taxes. We don't know that's what you're doing or not. We don't know. We have no idea. We're supposed to take your word for it. But when the president
you've
says
already
something,
been proven a liar, Mr. Moskowitz.
Nice suit.
What's that?
You've already been proven a liar.
Who's got to be a liar?
Blue tie.
Yes.
Your word means nothing.
Go to my hometown. There's a camera crew there today, an opposition research crew there today.
Mr. Chairman, this seems to have gotten under your skin.
I'll pay for your ticket.
I think the American people have lots of questions, Mr. Chairman, and perhaps you should sit maybe for a deposition.
I will be happy. I will sit with Hunter Biden and Jim Biden, and we can go over our LLC.
That'll be great. I'll make sure the ranking member is happy that you'll sit at a table.
Mr. Chairman, I make a point of order that we should return to regular order.
What's your point?
For the benefit of the other members.
The ranking member makes a good point.
Hey, what's your point?
I just wonder how tall Jared Moskowitz is now.
Probably like 5'6", 5'7". He looks like a little Smurf.
What did he say? LLC?
LLC.
So Biden snapping at the reporter about the hostage question, the exchange between Comer and Moskowitz, those are actually pretty tame compared to what happened on the Senate side of the Capitol yesterday.
Yeah, Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullins and Teamster President Sean O'Brien. Check this out.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish he was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company myself.
He's quoting the team.
And my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, nice.
Perfect. You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on. Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution, everybody?
No, sit down. Sit down. No, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Senator.
Okay, sit down.
United States Senator.
Can I respond? Hold it. If we can't, no, I have the mic. I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
That's great.
Bernie
Wow.
doesn't want him to duke it out.
I hate
Let him
that.
have it.
Bernie Sanders robbed us of some quality entertainment there because the Senator Mullins. My finger's gonna get swollen here. I'm gonna take this ring off.
Yeah, we'll take the jewelry off. Let's go at it. We'll do some bare knuckling right here.
I think he was serious. I think
absolutely
I
they
think they were going to it.
That would have been awesome.
They were going downtown right then and there.
Say solutionary policy. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay.
Come on.
United States
Right here,
Senator.
right now.
Actively.
Okay. Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond?
Brian was
Hold
getting
it.
up too.
Hold it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Stand your butt up.
Wow.
You first. Go.
Wow.
I'm right here for you. That's awesome. Now, all that going on, and the rabbis were in town praying. I'm sure didn't have anything to do with, the people just freaking out in
Trying
D.C.
to keep us calm, right?
My gosh, that's something we haven't seen that.
I'm loving it.
I don't know, 150 years or something.
Yeah, good stuff.
Since what's his face went into the Senate well and beat the guy with the cane. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh, and I forgot to send in the audio. That's not the only thing yesterday. Congressman, is it Tim Burchett of Tennessee? He's in the hallway giving an interview to NPR, so it's audio only. And you hear him like just go, ow, like, what are you doing? Ow, what was that? And Kevin McCarthy, the little punk, walked by, and apparently, according to Burchett and the reporter and all that stuff, like, he took an elbow shot to the kidney that apparently wasn't a gentle, friendly little love tap. Yeah, it was apparently a full-on dig into his kidney, and he just kept walking. And so then the congressman chases him down, and you hear this audio on the NPR thing where he's like, what was that all about? And then he talks about how he couldn't get to him because he has security around him. I guess his former speaker. I don't know. But,
so that's like Patches tripping the guy, right? Same kind of thing.
Right.
Just a quick walk by trip. Oh, what? Well,
yeah.
Do nothing.
Yesterday was there a full moon? I mean, honestly.
No, the rabbis were praying,
so.
man. It started freaking out the Washington, D.C. people.
Huh. I mean, tensions are high. It's for sure.
Sure are.
It does, it does feel like it did before the Civil War. I'm sure. I wasn't around for the Civil War, but things like the caning incident in Congress happened. Charles Sumner was the guy I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Preston Brooks, who was a pro-slavery Democrat, got pissed off at Senator Charles Sumner, who was an abolitionist. And so during his speech, he went over and started beating him with the cane.
Yeah.
And he beat him severely, too. Nobody did anything about it. Guy was never charged with it, never charged with a crime, attempted murder, anything.
Well, what happens on the Senate floor stays on the Senate floor.
Apparently that's the case, because nothing ever happened.
So wait a minute.
And the guy, it took Charles Sumner 3 full years to recover from that beating.
Apparently, it was
3
never
years,
the same.
and he wasn't ever the same.
But I'm kind of hung up on that interesting fact. You're saying Democrats
I'm saying
were pro-slavery?
Right. Yeah. Isn't that weird? And it was the Republican who was the abolitionist. Huh. And he almost paid for that with his life. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
We're nowhere near a full moon, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy town.
It's just nuts. Mm-hmm. For 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. The only one. Glenn at Patriot Mobile and the team have been great supporters of this show, and that's one of the reasons I'm proud to partner with them. Patriot Mobile offers dependable nationwide coverage. You don't have to compromise quality to align with your values. That's what I love about Patriot Mobile. All 3 major networks, you can get on to, you get the same coverage of any of them, and you don't have to fund the left. When you switch to Patriot Mobile, you send the message that you support free speech, religious freedom, the sanctity of life, the Second Amendment, and our military. Their 100% U.S.-based customer service team makes switching really easy. You can keep your number or change it. You can upgrade your phone or not, whatever you want to do. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Pat or call 972-PATRIOT. That's free activation when you use the offer code PAT. So make the switch today. patriotmobile.com/Pat, patriotmobile.com/Pat, or 972-PATRIOT.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, get to chewing the fat in just a sec. And some tweets here, though. Carl Smith. Congress passed a continuing resolution funding the government through February, giving them time to finally get back to a real government budget. What a revolutionary idea. Almost too much so, right? Paco D, 70 days, 90 days, it's all metric. Chicken too tasty. What you can't see is someone in the chopper with pudding. Oh, this is for Joe Biden getting on the chopper.
Right, okay.
Luring him like you do with a dog treat. Could well be.
That makes sense.
Bad engineer, Joe versus prompter. Teleprompter 200. Joe, nothing.
That's right.
Thomas Nicholas Sr. Biden has the ability of a 20-year-old dog. A 20-year-old dog, right?
Yeah, 20-year-old
dog. No kidding.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's get to chewing the fat. Jeffy. Haven't done this in a while.
Wow.
Not sure I can still, but...
Uh-oh.
When you get stuck between the moon and New York City, your name is Jeffy. That much is true. When you get caught between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do, the best that you can do is chew the fat. Jeffy does as he pleases.
Less Amber is around.
That's the end. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. It's over.
Yeah.
Well, it is that time of year again. CableTV.com doing their holiday tradition. Every year appointing the dream job position, Chief of Cheer. With that comes the very important responsibility of watching 25 movies in 25 days. In addition to the cash prize of $2,500, you will also get a year's subscription to Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Max, Apple TV Plus, Hallmark Movies Now. So that's not bad. 25 movies, 25 days. If you get inducted as the next Chief of Cheer, you'll be expected to watch the 25 movies within 25 days, and then you're supposed to keep track of each movie, rank it in categories: nostalgia, heartwarming storytelling, holiday cheer, and is the streaming service easy to use? If you have any problems with any of the streaming services, good luck. You can apply for the position through December 1st, and they will select the new Chief of Cheer by December 5th. Got to be 18 and live in the U.S., though, so good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Now and Then is billed as the final Beatles song. We played it here on the show, and it's a demo, of course, in 1977 by John Lennon. It's intended to be part of the band's 3-edition anthology series in the mid-'90s before they, put it on the shelf. Well, now the Beatles' AI-aided song becomes their record 35th song and their first since 1996 to reach the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
What song in 1996 reached?
I don't remember.
Wow.
But they've had, obviously, their the charts this week at number 7. Debuts on the Hot 100. The Stones rank second among groups, followed by Chicago, and the Supremes have 20 in the Hot 100. And then we talked about the artists that are most Billboard Top 100 hits, Drake and Taylor Swift and Madonna. The Beatles have 35, but the artists, the single artists, Drake and Taylor Swift are 1 and 2 on that. And that, we find out who sets the new record there this weekend, right? With the Billboard Music Awards, which is going to be announced on Sunday. So we'll see if Taylor breaks out in front of Drake, or if Drake keeps in as the number 1 slot. Speaking of music and Hot 100 top 10s, though, I missed the actual anniversary last Friday. It's been 48 years since the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Jeez, I hate that song.
And I know that's the only reason I did the story. November 10th, 1975.
I'll get you go, man.
Hey,
so
rest
bad.
in peace
So
to the Edmund Fitzgerald and the 29 souls on board.
Exactly. Yes.
How
many? 29?
29 souls. And we don't know. It may have split up. It may have capsized.
Right. That's true.
It may have broke deep and took water. We don't know. We just know it's on the big lake they call
Getchagumi. I don't know why they call the lake Getchagumi. That's not the name of it.
It's the Indian name of Superior.
Okay.
The Great Lakes.
Is it?
The Great Lakes from Michigan.
Yeah, right.
They
I know about the
surround
Great
Lake
Lakes.
State.
Yeah, okay. All right. Good. Good.
The only reason I saw that, I was
What are the
like,
worst songs of all time?
I was so mad that I missed
So
that
bad.
on Friday because I know how much you hate that song.
Too.
And I don't mind. I like it.
Yeah?
Oh, come on.
Ick.
It's a Michigan song.
Ick.
Recommend Fitzgerald, man.
Uh-huh. By the way,
I mean-
the last top 10 for the Beatles, just to
the 96 one.
tie that up. Free as a Bird peaked at number 6.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember Free as a Bird.
96, I don't either.
That was the, what year was it?
1996.
Yeah, that was one of those extra songs that they
found or whatever.
Okay. Good for them.
It wasn't nearly
Happy
as good
for
as this last one, though.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. I like it. You don't like it? Really?
I'd rather
I think
listen
it's
to
good.
Edmund Fitzgerald.
Oh, my gosh. No. Let me just say no.
Reminder to subscribe to Chewing the Fat, by the way. Available wherever you get your podcast. My daily show, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. I don't really understand the fascination with this, but I'm sure Kris Cruz and others in my life are putting in their orders. McDonald's and Crocs have teamed up for a limited edition collection that launched yesterday.
Already did.
The collab marks, I knew it, first ever shoe line for the fast food chain.
And the socks.
Yep. Well, you get matching socks and the Jibbitz charms, of course. They have the Grimace Cozy Sandal,
Ugly.
$85.
Ugly.
$85 for the Grimace. Then they have the Hamburglar Classic Clog,
Ugly.
$90. They have the Birdie Classic Clog, $90.
Gay.
And we have the McDonald's Classic Clog
That's what I'm
for
talking
$85.
Wow. That's what's up.
There are many other Crocs, too, for sale as well. I mean, they got the Elf Classic Clog and the Cowboy Boot Crocs now. So
And the Lucky Charms.
What's that?
Those are the ones that I have right now. Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw those, yeah.
How many box tops did you have to collect for that?
1,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That was worth it.
Those 1,500 box tops?
Do they
I
have-
feel like it'd be more than that.
Do they have any basic 4 Crocs available?
Not yet, but the collab, that collab could be coming.
Yeah.
You never know.
Tiger and Leech collab is coming too, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Just in time for the holidays.
Yeah,
The
with the lightning bolt.
clogs.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
The little lightning bolt on it.
Right.
It's actually
It's a good idea.
I know, right?
How much would you pay, Pat, for a 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO? Now, it was displayed at Sotheby's, and it's been, property of an American collector for the past 38 years. There's a picture
It
of
is
it.
cool, but the
1962 Ferrari 250 GTO.
I saw this story, so I know how much it costs.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. Even if I had that kind of money, that I'd buy that. for that kind of money.
$51.7 million.
What? $51 million. Can you believe that?
It's the second most expensive car ever sold at auction.
Wow.
Okay, now it's the number one car sold at auction is the Mercedes 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. That went for 135 million euros.
135 million, and it's euros.
Million euros, yeah, in 2022.
So that'd be like 150 million dollars.
Yeah, at least 140 something. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Fantastic. And the thing is, with both those cars, whether you're wearing Crocs or not a lot of fat guy seating.
No, probably
in
not.
those two cars.
No.
A little tight fit for some people in the world. So if I'm going to spend $51.7 million on a vehicle,
You're going
I'd
to
like
get
to be able to sit in it.
bigger car. Yeah.
Like to be able to sit in it. That's just me. That's just me. So, do you have a commercial to do? Why don't you do your commercial, and then we'll get into my next story.
All right. That's going to be serious. A serious story coming up.
Well, there's a couple stories I want to get into.
It is clear that the unthinkable is pretty much here. Discussed that at the very beginning of the show. Our most trusted institutions now deceive us boldly every day. So something's clearly wrong right now. And time is short to get more self-reliant and secure for the future, for your family. Act today and get better prepared with My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is the country's largest preparedness company. It's more than equipped to stock your shelves right now. This is how I stocked up on my year supply. I now have 4-year supply, or a year supply for 4 people. But it's a great place to start. If you don't have anything going, at least get the 3-month emergency food kit. That provides delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinners that last up to 25 years in storage. These kits provide over 2,000 calories per day. They're simple to prepare. You just add water, you heat them up, and they're delicious. They really take time to make sure these are good because they don't subscribe to the old way of thinking like, if you're hungry enough, you'll eat anything. You'll eat worms and sticks.
No.
They don't subscribe to that at all.
And I do not either.
No, me neither. Me neither. So this is a great way to go. Go now. To my special website, preparewithpat.com. Order by 3 p.m. and your food kit ships fast on the same day with free shipping. It's best to have emergency food and not need it than need it and not have it. So go to preparewithpat.com. That's preparewithpat.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Mm-hmm. And more chewing the fat with Jeff.
You know, sometimes.
What's
sometimes there's just issues. Sometimes there's just issues. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on to college football, shall we?
No.
Remember way back. No. We're going to talk about college football, but we don't have to talk about what you think I'm going to talk about. We'll get to that. Remember way back in October, October 28th, by the way back. The end of October, at the Rose Bowl, following Colorado's 28-16 loss to UCLA, and the Buffalo's players discovered that jewelry and cash had been stolen from their locker room.
Yeah.
And Prime was the only one that said, I think that UCLA got stuff stolen as well. Well, now we know what happened to it.
Oh.
The Pasadena police have confirmed that the suspects tied to the theft were high school recruits on an official visit to UCLA.
Oh, wow.
In their statement, the high schoolers allegedly took thousands of dollars in valuables from both the locker rooms.
Oh my gosh.
Jewelry, headphones, cash. The names of the juveniles have not been released, but reports suggest that they attend this Beaumont High School, Riverside County.
I wonder if that's going to hurt their recruiting.
I don't know. Prime has...
Dummies. That's just stupid.
Dion, Coach Sanders, has commented about this and said that they should, obviously pay, community service, do whatever they have to do to it, but let's not ruin their whole lives over it. So, he's said, let's forgive them. Let's not ruin these kids' whole life over something stupid. We've all done something stupid at 17.
I don't think I stole thousands of dollars worth of merchandise at 17.
Thousands of dollars.
Pretty sure. In fact, I didn't. So.
I can go on record as saying I did not steal thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. Absolutely, I can say that, no problem. Anyway, so,
he seemed pretty pissed about it before he found out who it was.
That's absolutely right.
Huh.
That's
Interesting.
absolutely right. So, whatever. It's just amazing.
Whatever.
I don't know why. What are they even thinking?
I don't know.
Stealing stuff from the locker rooms?
Yeah, you could ruin your future that way.
And probably, for sure, they're not going to UCLA.
Yeah, I would think not. I would think not.
Yeah, that scholarship is long gone.
Mm-hmm. So what star athletes are they?
Yeah, I don't know. They don't have.
It doesn't matter.
Their names.
Hey guys, call Nebraska. We can use some help over there.
Kidding.
Use some thieves over there.
We'll see if they're good enough for Colorado. Maybe Dion can take them in. Raise them right from now on.
Raise them right.
Yeah, raise them right. Also, a couple job openings in college football this season, and the season isn't even over. 2 college football coaches got the boot this past weekend. Head coach from Mississippi State, Zach Arnett. He was only making about $3 million a year. And the buyout requires Mississippi State to pay him like 50% of the remaining $9 million on his contract. So $4.5 million.
Whatever.
$4.5 million. However, Jimbo Fisher, now former head coach of Texas A&M.
Oh wow! They fired him already?
Yep.
Wow.
That other coach, his contract was a tad bit different.
Was it?
He signed a new 10-year contract in 2021
Why did they do this?
for $95
Why did they
million.
do this?
Oh.
Why did they do this?
So now the school is on the hook for more than $76 million to buy out Fisher's deal.
Wow.
So according to the terms of his contract, Texas A&M will owe him $19.2 million within 60 days, and then pay him $7.2 million yearly until 2031. And there's no offset or mitigation on those payments. I mean, those payments start now and go through 2031, guaranteed money.
Wow.
So,
wow.
And then you're talking about assistants that go away, hiring a new coach, hiring new assistants. You're looking at another.
So you're paying two head coaches. During this time period, and you're paying them a lot,
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Ooh,
well, I'm just glad that we sent extra money to state colleges and universities here in Texas.
Me too.
Right.
Me
with the latest
too.
Election day, so that'll be good.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Because we're gonna take our budget surplus and just hand it over to these universities who already have massive endowment funds.
Right. And I don't want to hear that. No, you're paying for research. It's just like Iran. It's just handing them money.
Yep.
Not for humanitarian purposes. They're moving the money. It's exactly what's going to be happening with tax dollars here.
I'm looking right now for Texas A&M's endowment fund. Now, it's really easy to find UT's. Theirs is $43 billion. $43 billion. But I haven't been able... Okay, I guess... Let's see. Okay, valued at over $30 billion. $30 billion. Is their endowment. So I guess they could afford to pay two coaches at the same time.
Absolutely.
They could also afford their own freaking research. They don't need to take the state's surplus.
That's correct.
But they get to anyway.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations.
Because we care for the kids.
Yeah, we care.
For the kids.
For the children.
It's all about the kids. Now we have time to talk about teams, our college football teams.
Mm-hmm. We don't actually.
Shoot. We don't have time.
Yeah, we do.
In fact, he didn't even get a chance to finish his Michael Jackson impersonation.
Right.
We don't have time for college football talk.
I didn't even do that yet. Didn't even do it. See?
We can talk about Missouri Tigers.
Okay, go ahead and talk about the Missouri Tigers.
Who are
That's fine.
number 9
wow.
in the college football playoff rankings.
That's
what's
good.
that feel
as
like?
of last night.
Good. That must
Happy
be
to be a
nice.
part of that.
Must be.
Georgia back to number 1. And let's see, BYU. Cougars.
Are they what, 8?
Can you start ramping up the music?
Is there a coaching
Like
opening
5?
coming from BYU?
No.
Chris,
because
can
it's
you ramp
time
up
for
the music
Ilana Satake, right? I don't know that's how you probably pronounce his name correctly.
Kalani
Satake.
Satake.
Whatever. Coach.
Oh, shoot.
That's not going to happen. They're not going to replace him.
It's time.
He's beloved.
Beloved or not, you got to win.
Patient. They're patient. He'll work it out. He worked it out in 2017. He'll work it out again. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was only how long ago?
5 years. 888-900, 6 years, I guess. It's been 6 years already since 2017. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Yeah! Welcome, 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me tell you, before we get going here, about preborn, because make no mistake about this, we're fighting a spiritual battle as we try to protect the most innocent among us, the babies in their mother's womb. Preborn stands on the front lines of this battle. That's why we love them. We love them here. They're positioned in the highest abortion areas, a lot of times right next to the abortion bill, like Planned Parenthood, where all that unspeakable evil takes place. Preborn offers God's love, though, and life to protect hurting women and precious babies. And they do this every day, and they save about 200 babies per day. And they can't do it alone. They need your help. So your donation of $28 buys a woman an ultrasound, and then she can see that ultrasound. And once that happens, it doubles the baby's chances at life because it shows the mother that's human life growing inside of her. It helps them understand that's not a clump of cells, like you've been told by all the left-wing propaganda. That is human life. So to donate securely, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or just go to preborn.com/Pat. That's preborn.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Some tweets here. Lowbird 10 tweets, I'm thinking O'Brien would have lost that fight. That's Union Leader O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
Challenged by the senator.
Sit down.
I don't know. He was willing to go for it, though.
If only the geriatric Sanders didn't interrupt. Indeed. You're a senator. Okay, shut up. Urban Camper. To be clear, a WWE-style battle royale in the U.S. Senate would be more upstanding behavior than what they all actually engage in on a daily basis.
That's true.
Saddle effing Trump? Tramp. I'm sorry, not Trump. Saddle effing tramp. As someone who lives in rural Texas, my advice is to never start a scrap with anyone with two first names.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Wayne Mullins. That's good advice. That's good advice.
That ring move kind of said,
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, it did.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's going, man. He's ready.
He's been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people did.
Leave the ring on. They did punish him with it.
He didn't take it off. I think he turned it around.
Did he?
Oh, okay.
I think he turned it around.
Okay.
I see.
All right.
Huh.
Nah,
well, I heard.
I wonder which side the diamond.
I don't know.
Was facing.
I think. Anyway, people were saying he's a hothead. People in Oklahoma.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think they both are.
Mm-hmm.
But I still would have loved to have seen that.
And they do not like one another.
No, they don't. Johnny Ringo. So if my math serves me correctly, Kris Cruz spent $7,500 on Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms.
To get his Lucky Charm Crocs.
That's worth it, right?
Seems like a deal.
Absolutely
it seems like
worth
a really
it.
good
It's
deal.
a delicious cereal.
Yeah.
It's cube of sugars with oats.
Right. That's,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Where you don't really have to taste the oat.
No. Just cubes of sugar.
And we don't want to taste the oat.
No, we do not.
Just give me the
We
sugar.
just want to feel good about being able to say it's got oats.
Yes.
Got oats.
And so it's good for you, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
It's part of
Done.
a balanced breakfast.
Done deal.
Has rainbows, horseshoes,
Oh, yeah.
red balloons.
Okay. I like this story that is kind of showing us where some of the funding is coming from for these pro-Palestinian marches. You know, a lot of people think, oh, those are just organic. Those are just happening all over the country and all over the world. Grassroots demonstrations of people's love for the Palestinian people.
Yes.
Right? Well, either that or they've been funded by this multimillionaire Marxist. And it is that part. He's funded them to the tune of, I think it was $20.4 million. This person named Neville Roy Singham, an American-born tech entrepreneur, and his wife Jody Evans. Since 2017, Singham, I'm not familiar with this guy, but he's been the main funder of the People's Forum, which has co-organized at least 4 protests after 1,400 innocent Israelis were slaughtered by Hamas. The one in Times Square, which happened October 8th, before Israel had even counted their dead. He had that one organized and ready to go. The People's Forum calls itself a movement incubator for working class and marginalized communities to build unity across historic lines of division at home and abroad. But a review of public disclosure forms shows that this multimillionaire and his wife have donated over $20.4 million to the People's Forum through a series of shell organizations and donor advisory groups, accounting for almost all the group's funding. His wealth comes from ThoughtWorks, which is a software consulting company he launched in 1993 in Chicago, sold it in 2017 to Apex Partners for $785 million. So he's got some money to spend. And he is a big-time Marxist. He's a big sympathizer with China. He lives in Shanghai and has close ties to at least 4 propaganda news sites that boost the Chinese Communist Party's image here and abroad. That's amazing. that this is
sure
where
is.
this. No wonder there's so much anti-Americanism.
No kidding.
Brewing
Well,
in these rallies.
Well, I have anyway. I've seen many pictures of the signs being stacked up and ready to go for these protests, and those aren't cheap. I mean, they're not just a generic sign made from Millie in her garage.
Right.
I mean, somebody's got to be paying for that.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying Millie can't?
What do you have against Millie?
I mean, Millie's got a decent job.
All right.
How do you know she can't afford to?
Why would she have to if
sign?
there's already a sign made for her? There's no point.
She doesn't. She doesn't have to, but she could.
Oh.
I just want you to know that Millie is not destitute. She could do the sign in her garage if she wanted to.
Want you
Fine.
dogging
Fine.
Millie.
If Millie can make her own sign, then bless Millie.
then right.
Bless Millie. And her
she shouldn't feel bad about
sign.
showing up to the anti-Semitic rallies with her own homemade sign. She shouldn't have to feel bad about that.
I'm glad you
and
stuck
I'm not
up for
going to
Millie.
allow you.
Thank you.
To make her uncomfortable in this situation.
Right.
That's wrong.
I already
And neither is Keith.
apologized to Millie.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Stick with the substance on these criticisms, okay? Come on now. Millie she's a hard worker.
She is. She works hard for the money.
I'm starting to get pissed at Millie all
so
over
hard
again.
For it, honey.
How did we get to Millie's
I don't know. The 2024 GOP presidential race continues to brew, and Nikki Haley was making the rounds yesterday.
She's great.
Don't you love her?
I do.
Don't you
I
just
do. There's a
love
reason
her?
why the media loves her.
They're
giving media, they love her.
She keeps giving me new reasons to not vote for her.
She sure does. Every day.
I've never really had an opinion one way or the other about Nikki Haley. I kind of liked her, I guess.
thought she was
when
okay.
She was UN ambassador. But I don't feel that way anymore.
We've learned in the last several debates that she is the ultimate war hawk.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's squishy on abortion.
Yes.
And now she wants to stop free speech on the internet.
Here's her thoughts on the internet.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do, social media accounts, social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's, first of all, it's a national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to stand by what they say, and it gets rid of the Russian bots, the Iranian bots, and the Chinese bots. And then you're going to get some civility when people know their name is next to what they say.
Accountability.
And they know their pastor and their family member is going to see it. It's going to help our kids, and it's going to help our country.
Interesting.
Don't encourage her, Harris.
Was that the cameraman?
Oh, my word. Oh, my word.
Welcome, comrade.
No kidding.
To the new internet. For a new generation. That's great.
Isn't it?
Good for you, Nikki. Yeah.
To be clear, I am against that 100%.
I know you are.
No one supports anonymity on the internet more than me and chewing the fat. I would be clear about that right now.
So we've got Zeus, the anonymity on the internet.
That's correct. 100%.
Okay.
And no one supports anonymity on the internet more than me.
So, let's just say.
And the Postal Service. Those three things.
Hypothetically, someone ends up at a Jeffy site. You're saying that they don't have to acknowledge who they are.
It's good. Well, no, they can acknowledge who they are, but I don't care if it's right or not.
I don't care if it's right or not. Yeah, I mean, Nikki Haley, come on. She would make sure that we knew who was on the ship at the Boston Harbor.
Oh, okay.
The Boston Tea Party with the Sons of Liberty.
Yeah.
She would out Ben Franklin writing a Silence Do Good. She would out the authors of the Federalist Papers. Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, Madison. I mean, I'm sorry. That is fundamental to America, is to be able to speak your mind freely. And if you want to hide behind some other persona, go for it. Stop it. And if anyone shouldn't be criticizing is a politician.
Just not well thought out.
No.
You know, it's a strange position because it's something you would just blurt out and then you'd think about it and you'd be, no, that's not right.
No. So you think it was a one and done?
No.
She just said it once and then,
Yeah, right. And then I'm sure that's what that was all about, and that she had some time to mull it over, and then she said this.
Okay.
They need to verify every single person on their outlet because, I want it by name.
Oh, I want
because
it.
when
What about Smug? Does he qualify?
I've provided them with my government.
If Smug is on your driver's license, then and look, you can put Smug in parentheses, but I want everybody's name.
Yeah,
I want.
Tyrant much?
I want.
Good.
No.
How about no?
No.
How
about no? That's right.
Yeah, as multiple people pointed out that. Okay, well then let's go with your actual name, Nikki, which is Nimarata. Is that on your driver's license?
Wait, it's Nimarata?
Yeah, she's got the Indian background, and
that's right.
Nikki is just kind of a nickname. So why are you going by that? It's a fair point.
Well, that could be a parentheses.
So to your point though about she had time to think about it, right? Byron York reached out to her office, and here's the quote that Byron York got back from her campaign. We all know that America's enemies use anonymous oh my gosh, they misspelled anonymous.
Oh boy.
Anonymous bots to spread anti-American lies and sow chaos and division within our borders. Nikki believes social media companies need to do a better job of verifying users so we can crack down on Chinese, Iranian, and Russian bots. That's common sense. She didn't make it sound like it was a choice of a private business.
No.
If they want to dictate who, the terms of service, then so be it. But I don't need day one. I'm going to be president, and damn you, get in here, social media companies, and we're going to make sure we know everybody, everything. I want to see the name on your driver's license. I mean, this is
dangerous.
Yes, it is.
It's dangerous.
And the Supreme Court has ruled on this. I mean, stop.
The Supreme Court. That's silly. That's cute. The Supreme Court.
We just ignore that. That's a branch of government you just ignore, right? They don't have any say.
Thanks.
They don't have any say. Thanks for your input. Shut up, old men. All right? We got older men in office that are making the real good decisions for us.
And women.
And women.
And do you argue with this? Do you have any problem with this quote from a ruling that the Supreme Court made in 1995? It says, "Anonymity is a shield from the tyranny of the majority. It thus exemplifies the purpose behind the Bill of Rights and of the First Amendment in particular, to protect unpopular individuals from retaliation and their ideas from suppression at the hand of an intolerant society." That was 1995. Now imagine today's world with the internet and social media.
Yeah.
You got people that are trying to provide for their families, and maybe they can't put their real name out there to speak their mind. I mean, we have to deal with anonymous people all the time online. That just comes with the territory. And Nikki Haley, as a politician...
So we can decide as individuals whether we believe or not believe that these people are who they are, what they believe, what they're saying.
But
what a concept.
But think of that.
Weird.
You're a politician. You have made the conscious decision to be in public life. I mean, you're going to get criticized.
Yes.
By people you don't even know who they are.
Well, here's the thing. I want to know who they are.
That's okay, but
that's the thing.
But this is America.
More importantly, Nikki Haley wants to know.
Thank you.
Don't mess with that.
Thank you.
If Nikki wants to know, Nikki needs to know, and we need to find a way to let her know.
It's the new Saturday morning show.
By the way, Joe Biden wants the FCC to take greater control over the internet. That came out this week, where they basically want to turn it into a public utility, like an FDR thing in the 1930s.
They've already taken control of AI. And so now, if they can get control of the rest of the internet, they're going to be all set.
It'll be perfect.
They'll be all set. All right, picture for a minute what it would be like if all of a sudden the global medication supply chain of antibiotics just disappeared.
I don't want
right
to.
before our eyes.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to either. We've already had to, and we didn't really have to even imagine it.
Oh, we did.
We've already had supply chain issues. So just get prepared. Most of our medicine in this country is manufactured, as you know, in China. And the rest of it pretty much comes from India. We have plants in America we don't even use. We don't even use them. We just had a story a few weeks ago about a plant in Kentucky, and they manufacture, I'm not sure. Was it ivermectin? Do you remember this story, Keith?
I don't.
But they manufacture something, and we don't use any of it. And maybe it was an antibiotic.
Oh yeah, and you said they send it all overseas.
Instead, we import it from China.
Yeah. Okay.
They send theirs overseas, and the overseas stuff comes to us. It is so bizarre. But the Jace case can help out. It's a great way to be prepared in case of the worst. Or just inconvenience. You don't even have to worry about it when you go out of town and you're not near your physician, you're not near your pharmacy. It's a big hassle to try to do it state to state. And sometimes, you know what? I just know what I have. I've got a sinus infection again. I need an antibiotic. So there's 5 of them in here. Just use it. And then I can save money not going to, and the hassle of going to the doctor. I don't like going to the doctor. I have to all the time. I don't want to any more than I absolutely have to. So this will take care of a vast array of bacterial infections. It's a great way to be prepared. The Jace case. Go to jasemedical.com. Use the promo code PAT at checkout. That's JASE Medical, jasemedical.com, promo code PAT.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, we got some tweets here. Joe McCullough tweets, "There's no stand your butt up merch in the Pat Gray shop. What gives?" Yeah. Well, give us a minute. Now there is. Or there will be. Gamma Ray Barf Burger. Jeffy is a sign snob. Yeah, I agree.
am.
Yeah,
I was just looking again at some of the footage, and there's no signs made by Millie in that footage. I'm sorry to say.
They're all made by the multimillionaire Marxist.
They are.
Yeah. Micah 68 is enough. Nikki wants to get rid of Russian and Chinese bots by replacing them with Fed bots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Incredible.
And they're already doing that. That's what New York is doing. I mean, New York is already laying the groundwork for that.
Yeah. Yep. Lone Wolf 2965. Nimarata speaks like someone who doesn't have to worry about the woke Stapo.
Gestapo?
Oh, the woke Stapo.
Oh, woke Stapo.
I see what you're doing there. It's like Gestapo, only woke Stapo.
Right.
Spamming their employees, their employer, trying to get them fired.
Yep.
What's the full name? Nimarata?
Nimarata.
Nimarata, I believe.
Nimarata.
Nikki couldn't wait to get into the Oval Office to start a war. She decided to start one right now with the American people.
Yep.
Yes. And from Sarah the Roma. There was nothing civil about the immature teenagers that found my account and had me fired.
Ooh.
Mommy and Daddy don't pay for my bills.
Yeah, so Nikki Haley.
Golly.
Yeah, she exactly to Sarah's point.
Yeah.
It's like she wants more civility.
Right.
She wants no anonymity. Here's a prime example of where that isn't those two things don't coexist, Nikki. I'm sorry. You don't just say everybody knows who they are on the internet and now all of a sudden we're kumbaya. No.
It's not going to work that way. I mean, you know that for a fact. Hey, parents are a little concerned. Some parents. I mean, not all of them because, let's calm down a little bit. There's just a satanic club at an elementary school in Connecticut. Okay? Don't worry about it. There's an after-school club that is set to launch at an elementary school in the United States of America, but this is only the 8th one around the country. It's the first in Connecticut, so it's not like there's a whole bunch of them in Connecticut.
And there's only 8 of them.
There's
How many
only
people
8.
we have in the United States going to school,
A
elementary
lot.
school.
A lot. You're right, Jeffy. Founded by members of the Salem-based Satanic Temple, the after-school Satan Club.
Love them.
Plans to start meeting at Lebanon Elementary School in Connecticut next month. That's perfect for December, right? There's already 8,
just
as I mentioned,
time for the holiday.
8 of the Satan Kids clubs being hosted across several states, but again, the first in Connecticut. A flyer for the new club was posted on Facebook by the Satanic Temple, announcing it will start at 3:30 in the afternoon, December 1st. It'll last an hour with more dates for 2024 already scheduled.
That was awesome.
The flyer reads, "Hey kids, let's have fun at the After School Satan Club."
Do I get little devil cookies and stuff if I show up?
I would imagine, yeah, of course, if you want. We can do that.
That's awesome.
May I just point out, there is absolutely nothing. This happens in America now because people think it has to happen. There is absolutely nothing in the United States Constitution that requires a school to allow this. Nothing.
I'm sure.
Let me just read to you what we call the Establishment Clause of the U.S. Constitution, because this is the religious clause that applies here. It's in the First Amendment, and it says this: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. That's it. That's all that's required. It doesn't say that all religions have to be given equal time. It doesn't say all religions have to be treated the exact same way. It doesn't say they all have to be promoted or not promoted by school systems. Use your noodles, school superintendents. Put a stop to this garbage. This is not prohibiting, even if you said no to the satanic after-school club. You said no, that doesn't prohibit their free exercise. They can go somewhere else and do it.
We still have say we've got a club meeting at the pizza shop down the road.
Right. Yeah. You do not have to include this at an elementary school. This is national suicide. If we're going to be doing this kind of stuff, there's no hope for us.
Well, I mean, I'm sure just down the hall there's the God meeting.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're going to get together and read Bible verses.
Well, there's also
just right down the hall.
The club that Millie comes in and teaches on making signs.
Yeah. The pro-Hamas club.
And I'm sorry I brought Millie into this. I'll tell you that. I like Millie. I just.
Do you?
By the way, the poster explains the Satanic Temple sees Satan as a literary figure who represents rejecting tyranny and championing the human mind and spirit. Sure. That's the Satan we all know, isn't it? It claims the club doesn't seek to convert children to any religion, but helps them to think for themselves. That's all they're doing.
See?
Oh, my gosh. That's exactly what Satan would have you do. Tell people I'm not real. Yeah, just go ahead and tell them that's it. I don't even exist. This is a literary thing. Come on now. Okay, it's a literary thing. Don't worry about it. Activities to be hosted at the Children's Club include science projects, community service projects, puzzles, games, nature activities, and arts and crafts. But locals have been outraged over the new club as they dub it demonic and sickening. Yeah, you think?
Arts and crafts. Okay, kids, today we're going to build a fire pit of hell.
Right. But nobody supports satanic clubs after school more than you and chewing the fat. Do they?
That's clear. That's clear.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, welcome. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. You're just talking about the elementary school that has an after-school Satan club, which is tremendous, right? I mean, as we mentioned, nobody supports after-school Satan clubs more than Jeff Fisher and chewing the fat.
In particular, after-school clubs.
Clubs, right.
Sure. Overall.
Sure.
I mean, whether it be satanic or not.
All right, it could be could be a chess club.
Could be a chess club.
Right.
I'm not really a big fan of the whole Bible study thing.
Right.
Because
You're not?
Nah, I can't have that with the they conflict. They conflict with the
Well, I mean, separation of church and state.
Thank you.
Which of course
That's what I'm thinking about.
Right there.
Yes.
In the US Constitution. In the Good and Plenty Clause.
This is right
That's
there.
where it is.
Right
Look
there.
for the Good and Plenty Clause, and you'll find separation of church and state there.
I wonder if they do have a Bible study class, after school class.
I'd like to know. We should call and find out and see if they even.
If they would think. I mean, they almost have. In today's world, do you have to allow that?
I think you have to not allow it. In today's world, my guess is they would say, no, we got to have that separation because this is a public school. It's funded by the state. And we can't do a religious school or a religious club afterwards.
Because Satan has nothing to do with religion.
Sure, right. It's about.
Am I right about that?
Yes, you're right about that. Let me see. I'm gonna. They just said what it was about, right? They just told us.
It was in the
it's in here somewhere, and it has nothing to do. Oh, it's a literary figure.
A literary figure
who represents rejecting tyranny Yeah, that's how we always think of Satan, right? Rejecting tyranny.
So Satan
and championing the human mind and spirit.
Tyranny.
It claims
from...
the club doesn't seek to convert children to any religion, but helps them to think for themselves.
Think for themselves.
That's what they do. Okay. All right, let's go to Lauren in Connecticut, who apparently lives next to this elementary school. All
right, hey.
Hey, Lauren.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
So happy to talk to you guys. So I'm actually on the school board in the next, pretty much the next town over. So, yes, it's a big deal that's going on around here. There's been a lot of craziness and response. And so basically what I've kind of found out is that, schools aren't necessarily involved in the meetings that happen after school.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the after-school programs they put on, but what is happening is this is going on in more places around the country where this particular group is finding schools that are allowing religious after-school groups, any type of Bible study, anything like that. And what they're doing is if they get kicked out, they sue. So they're suing the town or the school board or whoever it is for not allowing them, but allowing any sort of these
so they do have the after-school Bible studies.
So they do have the Bible study school after-school clubs.
Yeah.
So they do, and what this Satanist group, who claims to be
they
not
want equal
religious
time
in any way,
Yes.
they find them and they sue if they're not allowed.
So who takes?
They're getting a good amount of money from doing that.
Oh, I bet. Who is in charge of if the school isn't in charge of the after-school program, is that like the PTA, or is that, did we hire Millie down the street to take care of it's your job. You take care of that. Who takes care of that?
No, so from what I understand, any type of meetings that happen like at the school is pretty much, they're not involved, they're not affiliated with it. They kind of just use it as a building space.
Yeah. So who does run it, though? You don't know?
Who does?
You don't know who does run it if the school doesn't?
And the school's not running any of these after-school clubs. They basically just say, somebody goes to them and says, or to the town and says, we want to meet in this space at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And they just make it clear, like, we're not affiliated with these groups.
Right.
But they are using, the cafeteria or whatever to meet here.
Interesting. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Lauren. I think you should take him to court. Let him take you to court and win that thing. Find a good lawyer. Find a constitutional lawyer who understands there is no separation between church and state in the Constitution and fight this thing.
And they're able to say yes and no to whatever group they want to say yes and no to.
Exactly.
But until that time, I think this is incumbent upon the parents to just keep their kid. If the room sits empty with the Satanic Club representative, then no kids go in there. Then it's a moot point, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think it speaks volumes where we are as a nation. Where remember the big controversy was like 20 years ago. The Boy Scouts want to come in here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep the Boy Scouts out, but hell yeah, come on in here, Satanists. Let's go. I mean, this is.
That's how far we've come.
It's a mad world.
It's how far down that rabbit hole we've gone as a nation. It's crazy. It's scary.
I find it really interesting that nobody takes responsibility. It's not us.
I know.
We're not doing that.
Right.
Well, somebody.
Well, who is?
Yeah.
Somebody's allowing
Who
that space.
is?
Pathetic. And we don't have any giblets to defend this stuff anymore. We just cave in. Okay, we don't want to be sued, so go ahead. Yeah, okay. We'll give you equal time. Go ahead. All right.
Put your little flyers up.
That's fine. That's great. Witches, come on in. Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Whatever. Voodoo? Yes, all right. Go ahead. We'll give you a space. The Voodoo Club would be fun, wouldn't they?
It would
be
fun, actually.
Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be fun. It'd be great.
Bring your own chicken bones.
Bring your own sacrifice. Yeah.
No,
because we're not going to provide one for you.
Taxpayers better pay for that, too.
All right. We've been talking the last week or two about this situation in the world of hockey. The American hockey player who was playing in England a couple of weeks ago, and another hockey player, Matt Petgrave, kind of lifted his leg up and slashed Adam Johnson's neck. Here's what happened again. During the game. Yep. Pretty obvious that he did this on purpose.
Yeah, it looks like a donkey kick to me. Once his skates up there, hits it again. Boom, boom.
Oh, jeez. That's really horrific.
Oh.
So he bled to death. Mm-hmm. And was Petgrave suspended after that? Did he not play for a while? Because he was just introduced at the home crowd, right?
Yeah, so his picture and name were up on the billboard, is that right? Or up on the scoreboard?
And here's what happened. He got a standing ovation the other night. Oh, wow. Listen to the ovation for this guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Again, we probably cite this scripture every day, Isaiah 5:20. We're putting good for bad and bad for good, evil for good and good for evil, bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Yeah. You're giving a standing ovation there to a guy that raised his skate and sliced another man's neck till he died.
Wow.
What about that causes you to cheer him?
Well, I'm sure that they're cheering him because they appreciate the game of hockey and the violence that comes with that game. I don't believe that this man cut the other player, but it's his Petgrave, and deliberately did that.
Well, what do you think he's deliberately doing then when he raises his skate to his neck and kicks him in the neck with his skate?
I've been sent videos from people. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many. 1 million.
Okay.
Maybe
You've gotten 1 million videos.
Maybe just under 1 million.
Okay, so 900-some thousand videos?
Sure.
All right.
Of, all attacks from skates, people cutting legs, arms.
Legs and arms are different than the neck. When you go for the neck with your skate, you know there's a possibility that you're going to seriously wound someone or kill them. Right?
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, if you slice their leg with it, they're probably not going to die from that. You slice their jugular vein, they are going to die from that. Unless you got a surgeon right there in the hockey rink who can sew them up very quickly.
So
despicable.
Police over in Britain have it's so weird how
they made an arrest of someone.
Made an arrest. They said, a manslaughter charge, but they're not releasing the name of who could possibly be connected to this story.
Well, I think what they did was they arrested a person who was biking past the arena.
Oh no!
And they did a geofencing.
Oh my goodness!
Survey of that, and they captured all of the people who had been in the area to find out who may have killed Adam Johnson.
Yeah,
this guy apparently biked past the arena quite a bit, so they think they got their man. His name was Bob. It was Bob Stevens.
This is inside reporting because they have not released it.
He had apparently biked past the arena and used his cell phone multiple times.
Oh my goodness!
They're trying to obtain his records right now to find out where those calls went.
Do we know were there any strongly worded texts?
Yes, he did text.
Okay.
So the
to his brother that he was pissed off at the last barbecue because he burned the chicken. But that shows the tendency the guy has for vindictiveness and violence.
Wow.
So we think it's probably Bob Stevens who's been
based on the
arrested based on the geofencing.
I see.
Definite anger issues.
Because I was reading something, there's a rumor that it was the hot dog vendor in Section 301.
Oh, wow.
Get you closer to
Did he
to the
scream
ice.
at Adam Johnson during the course of the game?
They haven't verified that. They did, however, find video evidence of him giving the side eye during the first intermission.
Oh no, not side eye.
So
was it stink eye or was it just side eye?
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay, all right. Because stink eye,
no,
put the guy away.
No. So that's why they're still gathering evidence. Why haven't they said the guy's name?
I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, we made an arrest.
Obviously, they arrested Matt Petgrave, right?
Right.
Says you.
And they're going right.
Says me.
And he's going to be he's charged with manslaughter.
Yeah,
right?
manslaughter.
Yeah.
Again, it's either Bob the biker, Ed the hot dog vendor, or
Matt Petgrave, who actually sliced his neck with his skates.
Know. And we're not going to presume here on the show. We're not going to sit here and speculate.
We don't want to
let the police do their job, Jeffy.
Right? Innocent until proven guilty.
I mean, in the middle of a game, you can't go to.
Yes, you can.
Jail for
yes,
that.
you can.
Absolutely.
You just can't.
And that's what.
If the guy had fallen on the ice and he accidentally tripped over him with his skate, that's different. That's different. Or if he raised up his skate enough to, kick him in the leg or something, that's different. He raised it to his neck and specifically kicks at his neck. I don't understand.
I can't understand how Jeffy.
Nobody supports hockey murder more than Jeffy and chewing the fat. Okay.
You know what? You're right. That's exactly right.
Thank you.
That's exactly right.
We got there.
Keith, you might know this, but is kicking allowed in hockey? Because I know, soccer, you can't touch with your hands.
Right.
No, but
so
fighting is.
But you can kick in soccer.
You can kick
you
the
can
puck.
kick.
You can move the puck with your foot.
Yes,
okay.
So
you can
do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you can move the puck with your skates.
Yeah. But you can't murder the puck.
Oh.
You got to be gentle.
Okay.
No, but you can. You can move it. You can't score a goal with your skate.
So if I kick it with my skate into the net, that doesn't count.
I think it does.
Inadvertently, if it bounces off or something like that. But you can't direct it.
I think you can. Honestly, I'm not being funny.
Like the defender, if it bounces, he could.
I understand an inadvertent. I understand what you're saying, but I think that if I used my skate to redirect that puck, that would still count.
According to this Rule 6.11, kicking the puck will be permitted in all zones.
Yeah.
Oh. Kicking the puck, so you can kick it into the goal, huh?
Not into the goal.
Kicking the puck cannot result in a goal unless
it cannot
a defending player kicks the puck into their own goal.
All right. Okay. I'm glad we settled that because that has a lot to do with the murder case.
I was just about to say, was the puck near his throat?
No, it was not. Not that I know of, anyway.
Allegedly.
But interesting. I don't know why they're not naming Matt Petgrave, but obviously that's the person they arrested.
They don't want 8,000 people to protest.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
I suppose. Jeez. I mean, the support you get for obviously trying to inflict serious harm on somebody, that's incredible. It's another indication of the shape we're in. It's really not good. It's really not good. I think I mentioned earlier in the show that it's Fall Out Boy who said it best when they said, we're going down in an earlier round. And Sugar, we're going down swinging.
You did mention that.
I did mention that.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And it's true. So we are going down. We are going down. Look, I'm guessing that the next time you have to take a flight somewhere, you're probably not going to try to build your own plane and then fly it, right? Some things are better left up to the experts. And when it comes to buying and selling homes in today's market, it's absolutely crucial that you have the best agent you can possibly find. Well, Glenn started a company a few years ago because he dealt with all the garbage that comes with buying and selling homes. And I've mentioned before, he sold his home in Connecticut for $39.95. Took, 2.5, 3 years, 4 years. Took a long time. And at one point, it was valued at, much more than $39.95. But that's where it wound up.
And even at that, he had to throw in the refrigerator.
He did. And a washer-dryer set. Yeah. Dang it. So I can't advise you on what to do in your situation. We'll leave that in the hands of your capable realtor that you can get from Real Estate Agents I Trust. But the housing market is getting back on its feet right now, and you're going to have to decide what's right for you and your family. But get expert help, too. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. Go to Real Estate Agents I Trust. This is a free service we provide to you. We hook you up with a great realtor, and then the rest is up to you. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Is the justification of the billions of dollars, $6 billion, in one fell swoop that we freed up for Iran to start having access to?
Well, but they're not taking any money from that account yet. That's going to be used for humanitarian purposes.
Is it? Okay.
We're freeing up more now, right?
That's the case that they're.
Is it 10 billion
$10
more?
billion because they're saying that Iraq can pay what they owe, right? Or that Iran can take the money that Iraq owes them for power.
And this
for
is
energy.
in the middle of Iran obviously funding Hamas's attack on Israel a month ago.
And the attacks on U.S. soldiers at our bases in Syria.
Exactly. But Matt Lee, the Associated Press reporter, who is so great over there at the State Department.
I like the guy.
What's the guy? Matt Miller?
The State Department spokesperson?
I mean, the way they try to justify this and,
it's amazing.
And bend over back, that's crazy.
Watch this.
I just do not understand why it is that you're so, single-mindedly refusing to understand at least the argument that
I understand
this money is going to be able to be used by Iran, and that when they do use it, and they use $1 million to buy medicine from this money, that frees up another $1 million that they would have had to spend on this.
He's not going to get it, Matt.
Without
he's not going to get it.
I understand,
and they can use that.
I understand the argument. I don't agree with it, and here's why. If they were sitting on that $1 million, they would use it for their destabilizing activities to fund terrorism and deny medicine to their people. That's the point I'm making. And so, to approve $1 million of say, medical transactions to benefit the Iranian people, we believe those are benefits to the Iranian people that they would not have otherwise gotten.
So it's just a lost cause, then? You're just saying that they're going to destabilizing activity regardless of whether you give them the waiver or not.
I think that they have shown that they are going to conduct destabilizing activities. They were doing it before 2018 when the Trump administration gave them the first waiver, which is why we have an entire set of policies to hold them accountable for those destabilizing activities. And part of our policy has always been not to penalize the Iranian people. There is no country in the world where we deny access to food and medicine and where our sanctions target food and medicine and other humanitarian goods to the people. That's true with respect to Russia. It's true with respect to Iran. It's true with respect to every country in the world, and it always has been. That is the policy of the United States.
Start, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
that is such
are we
BS.
Handing the medical supplies directly to the Iranians?
No, we're not. No, we're not, Keith.
So in Matt's scenario, we're actually giving $2 million for unstable activities.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. This is the administration that continues to look you straight in the face and say, I am not here. You can't see me right now. Yes, Matt, I can. You're standing right in front of me. No, I am not here.
And they continue.
But Matt, how is it you can't understand my point that I'm looking directly at you right now? They won't, though. They will not.
I understand your premise.
I understand your point. I just don't agree with it. I'm not here. I am not here. KJP does the self-same thing every day. I mean, we have the proof. We know for a fact that you're lying to us right now, and you continue to do it. And it's the same lie every day. They don't care.
And maybe you didn't hear me.
They don't care.
I'm not here.
No, I heard you. You're a liar. Ooh, that is Nazi language. I refuse. We're moving on now. Yeah. Bob.
We're not going to take that.
Bob.
No, I heard.
No, I gave you a chance. Bob, go ahead.
Thank you.
Bob agrees I'm not here. Go ahead.
Bob's from CNN. Bob, am I here? No, you're not, Matt. You're not here right now. Thank you. See? Bob knows. I love it, man. It's just, it's incredible.
It is incredible.
It's incredible. Something that I'm a little concerned with, and the world probably should be concerned with, Iceland is home to thousands of earthquakes right now.
Gosh, they had 2,000 in 3 days?
Yeah,
I think it was was it 2,000? I was thinking it was 5,000. Oh, wow. It was only it was okay. Never mind. I'm not concerned anymore. It's only 2,000.
Okay.
It's only 2,000.
Stand down, world. It's okay now.
I thought it was serious. I thought there were 5,000 earthquakes. Okay, never mind. We don't even have to do the story now. Of course, Iceland has hundreds of volcanoes. And we're going to show you.
Good grief. And so what's resulting is these cracks in the earth.
Yeah, here's what's happening with the earthquakes.
Look how long
it is breaking open the earth. Look at that. Jeez, that would be frightening, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
How'd you like to be standing there and the earth opens up to try to swallow you?
Look at this, man. You got steam coming out. So they're like, it feels like something big's going to happen. Never mind the earthquakes. We're anticipating a massive
volcanic eruption.
Oh, gosh.
Look at that.
Disappear.
How long does that take to fix, I wonder? That looks like a problem.
Okay, wait a minute.
That looks like a problem.
Wait a minute. In any American city or Houston, Texas?
Well, if it's
Fort
Houston,
Worth? Is this Fort Worth?
If it's Fort Worth, it'll be fixed in the year 3012.
Oh, my goodness.
But no.
Okay, so
wow,
they've had tens of thousands of earthquakes since late October.
Oh, my word.
Tens of thousands
of earthquakes since late October.
I might be leaving.
I've renewed my concern.
Over 2,000 yesterday.
Over 2,000 yesterday?
That's correct.
Okay,
So,
that's crazy.
That may or may not be an issue.
If you live in Reykjavik, and I know we got a lot of listeners in Reykjavik,
and nobody
right now.
supports
and nobody more than Jeffy and chewing the fat.
Did
right?
you name your cookie company from this country?
No, we did not.
As a different company?
That's
a different country?
Finland would be the country.
Same thing.
Yeah, that we named Kexi cookies. By the way,
same thing.
last day. Today is the last day that we can guarantee delivery by Thanksgiving on your delicious cookies right now, which include the Boston cream pie, which is selling like crazy right now because it's so good. It is so good. KEKSI, Kexi.com. But anyway.
So never mind.
Iceland,
man. Is like,
look out.
This is like when you get tired
If you're in Reykjavik, move.
What are you going to do?
If you're playing SimCity and you're just like, I'm destroying this civilization, that's what it feels like is about to happen to Iceland.
It does.
Yes, it does.
It's kind of scary.
Y'all be safe.
All right, we'll see you on Overtime and then back here tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.